All right, and we're back. So I apologize for that. When I started to air, noticed a couple of things. First, I didn't even put a topic in for what this topic is going to be this episode. And number two, I didn't put my phone in airplane mode. So we're actually filming off of my phone. We're streaming it through our one of our systems that that I purchased called Ecamm, Ecamm Live. So my apologies for not getting that all correct. And going forward, the right way. But with that said, what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys more about what we are all about, what Boulder Media Radio is going to be doing, what we'll be providing, how we can help you guys out, especially if you guys are running a business. If you're an entrepreneur, if you are a solopreneur or wannapreneur, we want to try to help you. So, Boulder Media Radio is a podcasting / live show that will be going weekly, every Tuesday, and it will be designed on helping you really get better results for your business, from marketing to sales to operations and systems, lead generation, coaching, consulting, just overall digital marketing as well too, organizing your business, and just going over different topics and issues that people struggle with when it comes to running a business. And so what I did is I actually took my background that I have had over the past 10 years running a martial arts and fitness studio, and all of the knowledge that I've gained, and applying this towards my digital agency, which is called Boulder Media Solutions. And so we kind of spun off the whole thing on trying to build that Boulder name, if you will. And essentially, what we're trying to do is help your business through this. And then if you want someone to actually do some of the marketing for you, if you want someone to structure the sales processes and help you with the lead generations or sales funnels, we can do that sort of stuff for you as well too. So what I did is I took a lot of the stuff that I worked on in my business over the past 10 years, and I'm applying some of these things as well to what I'm doing and helping you as well. So we are a boutique style digital agency offering solutions and results to your problems and needs. And so ultimately what we want to do is come to ways that are going to be a little different. They may not be what mainstream always does, what the best thing to do. But what I can say is that what we do is we're able to provide solutions. And so that's why we're called Boulder Media Solutions. So other things that we'll be doing is we'll be educating you about digital marketing. And so digital marketing, that is a pretty big word, if you will. It's a big term. And what I mean by that is digital marketing is going to be everything from Facebook ads to doing Instagram ads, YouTube ads, as well as other sorts of not just social media platforms, but like website, doing just different campaigns like what I'm doing right now, podcasting, or doing live videos, setting up group campaigns to get people into your groups. This is all digital marketing, okay? Especially in today's day and age, digital media and digital marketing it's huge. It changes a lot of things, and the way I see it is that by going digital, what that does is that it levels a playing field with your business from all the other competitors. And the reason I say this is that now you can actually compete with people that are big time players, big players in your niche or in your industry with digital marketing, with digital media, like everything from video, audio. Like if you would see my entire setup to you might be thinking, man, that's a pretty sweet setup that I have going on. Well, it's not horrible by any means, but what I'm getting to is that I've set it up to where I've got this really cool background behind me, okay? I've got some lights in front of me, all right? I've got a really awesome mic. Right now I'm using my iPhone, which I'll be switching over to my Canon 80D. So where I'm coming from is that digital marketing can be expensive or it can be slightly inexpensive, depending on how you want to come from it. But what I'm doing is that is going to help level the playing field for you. And it's a matter of how you carve out your space in this niche. Okay, so for myself, this is what I'm doing. I'm going with an educational standpoint, and then offering our services for marketing and consulting by sharing our knowledge and building our trust for you, and giving you guys this information once a week. So next is also business coaching, or business consulting, however you want to take it. And so this is an area that I've invested a lot of money, a lot of my own personal money into improving myself and into improving my business. So over the past 10 years, I think I've calculated with my wife, I've spent probably about, I don't know, maybe $35,000 to $40,000 in coaching and consulting. To you, that may seem like a lot. To you, may not seem like a lot. And I would say it's a fair amount of money. I mean, what is that? Over 10 years, that's about, $3-4 grand a month? $3-4 grand a year. I mean, some years I didn't spend any money. Other years I did. I guess my point is, and I probably missed a few areas as well too, but like for where I actually paid money to a coach or a consultant, it's about what I spent. It was a huge investment, but it was totally worth it. If I had to re-spend that money again into my business, into myself, I would do it. And the main reason I would do it is because it really transformed me. And so I got a lot of value out of being coached and consulted, and I still do today. And so that's something that we are offering to small business owners. And when I say small, I don't mean like, one business, one person in the business, two people in the business. I'm talking like, there could be like 10 people, 15, 20, 30 people, 50 people. A small business, technically speaking, is, I believe, anything under 500. Okay. So, we work with small to medium type businesses, from, marketing to consulting to systemization, organizations, that sort of stuff. And if we're not a fit for your company, we'll tell you, so we'll be pretty straightforward. But going back to our business consulting part, the whole thing about business consulting is that, what it does is that it gives you another angle to help you understand, something or an issue or challenge that you're going through, or a struggle. Sorry, I got to drink my coffee. But and what I enjoy about it is that you almost think that you have all the right answers and all the right solutions, but you don't. And it's always good to have someone else out there that is, let's see, there's a comment. It's always good to have someone out there. This is Javier with Boulder Media Radio. Looks like Nick is making fun of our video. So it looks a little fake back there, but it's all good. Cool. Anyways, what I'm getting to is that to have a business coach, it's very it's good. It really transforms you. It transforms your business. It transforms how you approach everything, guys. It's powerful. And sometimes people think, well, I need to have someone that's been in my industry, in my niche, that knows exactly what I'm going through. I don't believe that. Some of the best consultants in the world aren't in the same niche as the people that they coach and consult. Okay. But what makes them unique and different is the fact that they come from everything from a different angle. And so if you're wondering, well, how can, Boulder Media Solutions, or how can Javier help me with improving my business? Guys, at the end of the day, business is business, numbers is numbers. And this is what it is, okay? Now, everyone's going to have unique problems, but at the end of the day, it's all pretty much going to be the same thing. The difference is how you approach it, and some of the the things that kind of set you guys differently from everybody else. I mean, my expertise has been in the martial arts and fitness industry. However, I've taken a lot of the stuff that I've learned in there, and I'm applying it towards what I do today. Okay. And so that's why it's important to look into hiring a business coach, someone that's going to really hold you accountable. Something that I've taken, I haven't taken for granted, but I've taken full advantage of is whenever I was getting coached. Basically, what that did is that I got the accountability that I needed. I needed to have someone just literally put my feet under the fire, if you will, and not put up with my BS. Okay, I needed someone that was like, "Hey, this is what I want done. You got to do this. No questions asked." That sort of stuff, and that helps a lot, guys. Some people don't think about that. So that's what you're hiring a consultant for. So what you're hiring a coach for. Not for someone that has the same ways of you thinking and just says, just go do this and you already know the answer. You're hiring someone because you can't figure it out. Or you can, but you need help getting better results. Do you see what's going on? So that's why you need a coach. That's why you need a consultant to help you with your business to take it to the next level. Okay? Systemizations are some other things that we'll be talking about on Boulder Media Radio. And so the purpose of systemization or systems is to allow you to have more freedom in your business. Okay? And the thing is that if you don't have freedom in your business, then your business owns you. So this is something that a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners don't understand. And this is probably me hurtful. It hurt me when I heard it myself. Is if you don't have systems in your business owns you, and you just bought yourself a job. Okay? It's pretty much what it boils down to. You bought yourself a job. And that's insulting. To a degree, that's very, very insulting. And some people don't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear that whenever I think I read it in a book or read it or heard it in an audio video. I don't want to hear that, that I bought myself a job. That's insulting. And I wanted to hear oh, you're an entrepreneur. You must be this successful person and yada, yada. No, I wasn't. I was building to be that. Systemizations and systems in your business allow you to have the business run itself so you can focus on other things that are important to you, whether it's spending time with your family, whether that's growing other aspects of your business, whether that's taking time off more, whether that's traveling, whatever it is. But systems allow your business to succeed. And I tell you this all the time, but you don't go to McDonald's because the food is amazing, okay? You don't go to McDonald's for that. You go to McDonald's because the consistency is the same. You know exactly what you're getting every single time. If you're going to be getting a Big Mac, at McDonald's in Miami, Florida, it's the same Big Mac in Hermitage, Tennessee. It's the same Big Mac in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's just the same. It's consistent. And so where I'm coming from is that you want to make sure that you have systems in your business, and we want to try to help you guys and talk about that within our radio show that we'll be having here once a week, occasionally twice a week. Okay, lead generation. This is the lifeblood of every business. If you are not generating leads, your business is gonna die. Okay, and there are so many ways to generate leads. Everything from digital marketing to generate leads, to your traditional mailers, to door hangers, to flyers, to doing workshops. Lead generation is everywhere. There's all sorts of ways. Guys, this is lead generation as well too. And you might be thinking, well, I haven't been trading anything for anything. You haven't quite yet, but you will. And I'll be generating leads, with this podcast and live show. But lead generation are things that we'll be talking about and strategies on how to take advantage of that. And those are things that we can actually help you as well too with Boulder Media Solutions and how we approach our business and helping you grow your business, okay? If you are struggling with lead generation, we've got several solutions that can help you with that. Organization and structure, okay? So I have not worked in corporate America in 10 plus years, okay? And I will say that I'm kind of proud of it, but I'm kind of I don't know if I have an itch to get back into it or what. But what I will say is organizing my business and structure in it, there's a certain way I had to do it. Okay, because if you didn't know, I ran essentially two companies. I ran a fitness business and I ran a martial arts business, and the organization and the structure of all of that was completely different. How you approached it, how you did stuff, all of that. Where I'm coming from is that your business might be the same, and we have to take a look at your business from the big picture. Looking at it like at 10,000 feet above, and see where it makes sense to structure things and organize things, who to put people in charge of, how to build a team, aspects of growing that team, training that team, getting that team developed, how to structure protocols and all this stuff. Like, all those things are important, because if you're a small to medium sized company, like, you're probably going to start getting into like having HR problems and stuff like that. So I personally am not an HR expert, but I do know people that actually are. And so I can bring them onto the show, which we will be doing, and interviewing them and asking them questions about how to improve these areas. And so the purpose of us bringing other people to the show, perspective, okay? We want people to come in here with a different perspective. Other parts is sometimes I don't have all the knowledge, guys. Hiring something out to someone else is not bad, all right? If you're hiring me for digital marketing, that's not bad on your end. All that is that you don't do digital marketing. That's pretty much all it means, okay? If you're hiring me for lead generation, that's not bad. It's not your expertise. It's mine. You see what's going on? So when it comes to certain things that, like where, we can't come with a right answer, we'll hire it out. We'll find, you guys will still work with us, and we'll hire that out. For us, in our case, Boulder Media Radio, if there's a topic that we're not really familiar with, we'll interview someone that's going to educate us, that's going to help us with that. That way, what that does is that it allows us to still provide good value and good content for you guys. The last part is just providing more big picture for bold success. So let me, before I go into that last part that we're talking about, is what I came up with and why I came up with Boulder Media Solutions as the business name, okay? So if you guys are familiar with me and my background, I graduated from the University of Colorado at Boulder. Love Boulder, one of my favorite towns, very hippie-like. I was not a hippie, but I was probably on the verge of it. At the time, I wore Birkenstocks. Now I can't wear them because they kill my feet. But shorts, t-shirt, that's kind of my thing, okay? It just called to my heart, if you will. And I've always wanted to move back there. It's just expensive. I can't afford it to live there. But I loved visiting. And so my wife and I and my kids would always go there and spend some time going on Pearl Street Mall and hang out. Anyways, Boulder is just a really cool town. It just draws to my heart, if you will. And, with that said, I decided that I was trying to come up with a name. And I was like, I want something bold. I want something that stands out. And I was like, wait a minute, that's it. It kind of, calls to my alma mater, if you will. But what I always believe is that when you market, when you do sales, when you do anything with your business, you need to be bold, different, and big. All right, you need to stand out. Okay? If you want to go to the next level, you need to be bold. And if you aren't being bold with you, your business, or anything else that you do or touch, you are going to be soft. You're not going to make it. Okay? And so that's kind of how we came up with Boulder Media Solutions, because we want to come up with bold solutions to your media, to your marketing, to your business, to your whatever you need. And what that does is that it puts a little, I would almost say like, it's probably the best way to put this, pressure on us as well too, because now we have this name that we have to stand up to. Our show, Boulder Media Radio, something we're going to stand up to now. And so I'm not going to say that everything we talk about will be controversial. That is not my job. I'm not going to be talking about political nonsense. This is a strictly business-related show, okay? For the entrepreneur at heart, for the small business owner, for the wannapreneur, for the solopreneur, for the 10preneur, however many employees you got, 20, 30, 50, 100. This is for you, okay? This is to grow that business to that level that you want, all right? And What we're trying to do, big picture, is create success, and we want to create bold success. And the only way to do that is to be bold in our actions. Okay, you got to have bold actions, bold intent, bold reasons of why you're doing this. Okay, so anyways, with that said, I'm going to be wrapping up the show here in just a few minutes, and basically letting you guys know that we'll be airing once a week, occasionally twice a week. Tuesdays will be the times that we air. It will probably be about 9:30 that we'll be airing all the time. Obviously, there'll be some editing going on when it comes to the podcast. So if you guys are going to want to listen to us on our podcast, once we create the station and get all that going, then you guys can start listening to us on our podcast as well too. The podcast will be called Boulder Media Radio, going off the whole Boulder kind of theme. And if you're like, why don't you have all this stuff set up and organized? Here's the thing, guys. Success isn't always pretty, okay? Success, sometimes it's all it is execution. That's it, okay? And then you fix things going along. There was a video I was watching from Gary Vee about a year ago, and he was getting interviewed, and he was saying, hey, they were asking him about how to, how to grow your business, and how are you so successful, and why don't you ever go through struggles and stuff like that. And he brought up a really, really cool point in that interview. He goes, you know how you go to a restaurant and that the table is like all wobbly sometimes, and then what the waiters do is they'll take like a little coaster, fold it in half a couple times, and put it underneath so that the table doesn't move as much. He's like, that's kind of like my company. And the person was almost taken aback, if you will. He was like, wait, what? This is like VaynerMedia. Okay, this is one of the biggest digital agencies in the country, and he's like a spokesperson, if you will, for digital marketing. And he's talking about his company sometimes is just folding a piece of coaster and make sure the table isn't as wobbly. Guys, sometimes that is business. Okay, and I know it frustrates the living bejesus out of myself and probably some of you guys. I don't know who my audience will be today and who my audience will be in the future, but what I will tell you is this, is that success is not all about having everything perfectly lined up in a row. Success is execution. Because if you have all these bright and amazing ideas, but you do nothing to execute, guess what? What good was that? It wasn't. We could all come up with 1,000 good ideas. We could all have a boatload of great ideas. But what you don't have is the execution. That's what sets you apart. And I mean, this is like in sports, this is in business, this is in life. Okay, you got to execute. You can't come up with ideas and do nothing about it. You got to execute. And so this is what we're trying to do, is we're executing our business model, and we're just launching. I'm already getting clients for our business for digital marketing. I've already got people talking to me about doing business consulting and coaching. And this is me prior to having like a fully running on website. Like the website's up. It's just not everything's working the way I want it. Okay. This is before me with a few different things. Does this mean that I'm not organized? Totally doesn't. It means that I'm a go-getter. It means I'm going after a goal that I have. Okay. And so sometimes you just gotta go along with it. Like, it's not going to be pretty all the time. It's not going to be what you want, but it's what you do and how you make of it with a situation that you have. Execute. Okay. So you got to be bold when you do this. Like, if you're going to execute something big, be bold about it. All right. That's what we're doing. So we're going to be having a podcast that you can start listening to, and this will probably be the worst podcast ever. And probably podcast episode like 20 will probably be like a way better one. But I don't care, because in order for me to get really good at 20, I have had to gone through 1 through 19. Do you see what I'm saying? So this may not be the most exciting show that you've ever watched. I don't care. The reason is because we've got some other shows that we've got lined up. So some things I've already got lined up. I have a screen behind me. Is the benefits of learning from your competitors. This is pretty big. That's one of our next shows. Why I sold my brick and mortar business. So people have always asked me, why did I sell my business? I'm going to talk about that. Another topic we've got is how to build a strong online presence You probably don't want to miss that one. Let's see, another one would be Keeping Up with the Joneses Sucks. It totally does. And so these are just a few topics, and we'll be interviewing people as well too. So if you guys are listening and you are a pretty, not extremely successful, but an entrepreneur that's done well in your business, whatever field, and you want to be interviewed, by all means, please let me know. Comment below, and I'll see if I can put you on my email, on my list for people that we love to interview, so we can learn more about your business, what makes you successful. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Once again, this is Javier with Boulder Media Solutions, and I don't have like an exit. I should probably come up with some sort of music or something like for an exit. Anyways, this is Boulder Media Radio. Javier talking to you live. You guys have a great day. If I could actually turn this off, then maybe this will work. Let's take a look at how to turn this off. All right, finished.